Welcome to No Matter the Distance. On today's show, we're going to examine the differences between geographically close and long-distance relationships. For all you college kids out there, today's show is particularly relevant. Research shows that as many as half of college students are currently in long-distance relationships, according to Delman Jenkins and Bernard Palucci. And up to 75% will be at some point in their lifetime. Without further ado, allow me to introduce our two couples. These two lovebirds met at Doak Campbell Stadium one fateful night. There wasn't a football game or anything. They just wandered into each other's lives and have remained close through and through. Please allow me to introduce our geographically close relationship. Joy Dukes and Michael Walsh. And now allow me to introduce our long-distance relationship. These two sweethearts fell in love at a Whole Foods, but one of them was fated to move to the University of Oregon, perhaps hoping to bask in the warmth of a non-controversial NFL-bound quarterback. Still, they were not deterred, and they have remained in a stable relationship. Kelly Harmon, thanks for joining us. Let's start with you. Tell us a little bit about him.
I would love to. Okay, so he's an artist. He paints for me all the time, and he's studying art right now in Oregon, but even with the distance, we've been together now for about 6 months.
Wow, 6 months?
Interesting. We've been together for about 6 months now.
Oh, yeah, 6 months. It's not a coincidence. This is college after all, and relationship turnover is high. To further illustrate my point, allow me to introduce our researcher. She has a doctorate in collegiate relationships from Stanford University.
While the 6 months may seem absurdly short to some, I have observed relationships lasting a grand total of 6 hours. College is a volatile place.
I'm sure many of you watching at home, with your families, can remember those days. Or maybe not.
4 of you were selected because your relationship durations match. It's control.
Yes, of course. And there are 4 of you. Despite there being only 3 guest seats next to me, let's welcome our last guest, connecting via Skype from beautiful Eugene, Oregon. Join me in welcoming long-distance relationship male.
Hello? Can you all hear me?
Yeah, Raul Hernandez. Thanks for joining us. How is it up there?
It's cold.
Isn't he dreaming, you guys?
Sure. Raul, tell us a little bit about your relationship with Kelly.
Well, I'm sure she's already told you all about the lovely first time we met, so I'm gonna skip ahead, really just talk about my artwork. I've been painting for as long as I can remember.
I don't think so.
Did she not tell you? Because we agreed on that, damn it.
Well, okay, relax. I was going to, but like the host already kind of mentioned it, so I just.
You're going to? Huh? What about the lights? And the sounds? And the snow? It's cold in Oregon, alright? You should have mentioned that.
I know it's cold.
Is there a point anymore? Is there a point in anything anymore? Actually, there is a point. There are millions of points, of all shapes and sizes and colors, and that's art. That's art.
Allow me to interrupt. What we appear to be witnessing is not so much teenage melodrama, as it is an important concept in discussing LDRs, idealization. According to Stafford, idealization is another word for romantic distortion. Both GCRs and LDRs tend to idealize their significant others, but the restrictions placed on LDR relationships, idealization is more pronounced in circumstances than in GCRs.
How fascinating.
So we're all just like guinea pigs here?
We're all just guinea pigs in the hamster wheel of life.
And art is what? The sunflower seeds?
Hey, that's not bad.
Oh, okay. Alright, enough, buddy.
Before this escalates any further, we should define some of the factors associated with having a satisfactory relationship. Take it away, researcher.
Yes, well, there exist 2 sets of categories, relationship quality variables and commitment variables, according to Kelmer and Rhodes. Examples of relationship quality variables are sexual satisfaction, conversation quality, and the simplistic notion of having fun with one another. Examples of commitment variables are dedication, feeling of constraint and stability. These variables are relatively easy to associate with LDRs and GCRs. Whereas GCRs clearly experience greater sexual satisfaction, LDRs report a greater degree of conversation quality than GCRs, according to scholarly surveys.
Very interesting. Perhaps we should ask Raul how satisfied he is with Kelly.
Well, to be honest, oh wait, this is a little bit awkward. I'm getting a phone call. Sorry, I don't know this number. Hello? Who is this? Yes. This is kind of oh wow, you. What's that? You? Well, I'm an art major. I can't do this. I'm gonna show up. I'm sorry. I'm gonna have to leave you. I'm sorry about that.
Kelly, well, that was strange.
I mean, it's not a big deal.
How does that make you feel?
Honestly, I'm not worried about it. I trust him. I know he loves me.
Welcome back to No Matter the Distance. The last time we saw each other, you were introduced to two couples. One geographically close relationship, and the other a long-distance relationship. One of those couples was only partially present here in our studio. Well, not anymore. Raul Hernandez was here the entire time, and it is with great joy that I introduce him back to you all once again. This time in flesh.
Oh my goodness, hi!
Stop.
The whole time? Are you kidding? You guys! You didn't even tell me?
Joke's on you.
What? Are you comfy?
That's very touching. Now before we proceed, let's have our researcher elaborate on a peculiar topic we left out of the last segment. Just what classifies a long-distance relationship?
Also, according to Calmer and Rhodes, scholars base the geographic parameter for LDR according to the U.S. Department of Transportation's criteria for a long-distance trip. To be classified as a long-distance trip, the one-way distance between one resident and the trip's furthest destination must be more than 50 miles. More than meets this requirement.
Jill, okay, we're on TV.
Yeah, we are on TV. Why are you answering phone calls?
Hey, you told me I should answer the phone.
Guys, it's okay. It's okay.
You told me, right?
They seem to be handling it a lot worse than you two guys.
If I may interrupt, another key factor is attachment anxiety. According to Pistol and Roberts, in LDR, individuals hardly ever feel overly attached. Just the opposite, they long for their significant other. But in a GCR, attachment anxiety is a very real thing. In layman's terms, it is much easier to grow bored of your significant other in a GCR than in LDR.
Yeah, we might not be the perfect couple, but at least we trust each other. You kind of have to in a long-distance relationship. Trust is very important.
As I can see, you two communicate face-to-face daily, which is actually incredibly important. According to Ayler, scholars agree that face-to-face communication, like Skype and FaceTime, between LDRs serves an important role in securing trust in the relationship. Not surprisingly, LDRs that utilize this form of communication periodically tend to voice more trust towards their partner than LDRs that don't.
Wow, that's so neat. I never knew all the science behind their success.
Yeah.
Oh. It's so good to see you in person. Yeah,
Actually, there's something I want to show you.
what?
I
Okay.
actually made a drawing for you. Took a picture of it. How about you just check it out?
Oh, what? It's. Thank you. It's
Are you not
No,
impressed?
it's nice. It's.
Do you not like it?
It's just.
I'm an art major. You know it's good.
I know you're. Tell me again that
It's
you're an art
really-
major.
it's
I know.
good.
Okay, we talk
Well,
about you all the time being an art major.
You used
I
to
know.
love my stuff, right?
It's not that. It's just that like I can't talk to you about art all the time. Okay.
But it's everything.
Yes, the scholarly research is conflicting at times, but yeah. However, as of right now, this is technically not an LDR. According to Stafford, again, research shows that LDRs tend to have an alarming rate of termination once the relationship transitions into a GCR. When long-distance dating partners become geographically close, 1/3 of the relationships end up terminating within the first 3 months. Those breakup factors include loss of autonomy, increased positive and negative knowledge, time management difficulties, and last but not least, heightened conflict and jealousy. Individuals who break up even say that they terminate the relationship because they miss certain factors of a long-distance dating relationship. It may be somewhat unscientific for me to say this, but a relationship is a difficult thing to evaluate. People in relationships, by extension, are wonderfully unique things, so it can be very difficult to confine them to a tandem of this works and this doesn't, Because if two people love each other strongly enough and they communicate through clear channels, they can overcome whatever variables the real world throws at them.
Well, on that note, I think we'll wrap up. Thanks for watching No Matter the Distance. Tune in next week as we introduce Super Smash Bros. To a perfectly happy couple and see what unfolds.